one denies that Velasquez at some time or other is going to trade punches with Pacquiao. And that, for any other than the most elite fighters in the sport, is a very tough.
Be very fundamentally sound, because Pacquiao sometimes is vulnerable.
Pacquiao.
He feels a lot better, lighter, faster, and quicker since he's resolved that situation.
He burst on the scene 3.5 years ago as the knockout sensation of the lower weight classes, and he's been in big fights ever since. Looking for another match with Eric Morales. There's Manny Pacquiao. Let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer now for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Staples Center, Los Angeles, California, USA, where tonight Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated is proud to present Double Trouble, an evening of professional boxing for your entertainment. Brought to you in association with Integra Inmediata and AEG, along with HBO Sports. All bouts sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this first contest, referee Dr. Lou Moret. And now, 12 rounds of boxing. This is for the vacant WBC Super Featherweight International Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white trimmed with green, official weight 142 victories, including 31 knockouts, 10 defeats, 2 draws, and 1 no contest. Damas y caballeros de Tijuana, Mexico, Hector Velasquez. And his opponent, 30 knockouts with 3 defeats and 2 bouts even. From General Santos City, Philippines, the 3-time world champion, Manny Pacman Pacquiao.
Echo.
I guess they want me to take more time and everything, huh? Okay. Right here is okay. Right? Watch your heads. I'll give you instruction in the dressing room. Shake hands and await the bell. Good luck. Good luck.
But halfway around the world, in the Philippines, where Pacquiao is either Elvis or Ali, depending on your choice, this is the only event in the world that counts.
Velasquez, for his part, says, I'm bigger and stronger. He's not really a 130-pound fighter. Even those around Pacquiao would confess that they think his best weight is 126. But he fights at 130, chasing another big fight with Morales. Hard left hand from Pacquiao.
What it may be short-ended in terms of weight, he makes up in explosive punching power.
Round 1 produces contact so far. Sufficient to demonstrate that Velasquez isn't going to try to hide from Pacquiao's speed and power.
Velasquez saying to Pacquiao, I thought you were a fighter. Let's see you fight me.
Uppercut inside by Pacquiao, stiff right hand by Velasquez. Momentarily backs the Filipino star off.
So far, Velasquez's ability to bend his head down has been making it very difficult for Pacquiao to land his favorite punch, a straight left hand, usually with his opponents with their heads up. So far, he hasn't been able to do that because of the low head movement.
There was the straight left hand. He led with it and landed the punch. In the past, Pacquiao has been criticized for repeating the same pattern over and over in the ring, particularly against Juan Manuel Marquez. Jab, jab, left hand. Jab, jab, left hand. Not enough variety. Velasquez avoids the headbutt and bangs Pacquiao twice to the body. Velasquez taking it right to Manny Pacquiao in round one, and Pacquiao looks as though he didn't exactly expect this.
No, and for the most part, Pacquiao is doing the same thing. He's still trying to land that powerful straight left hand of his.
Pacquiao landed a right. Velasquez landed a right hand after earlier driving Pacquiao back with a left. So they're trading shots just a little bit more than 2 minutes into round one. It's the kind of fight Manny Pacquiao wants to fight, but against an opponent who looks bigger and stronger.
And his opponent is very confident and very focused. I think this Mexican crowd right here is giving him a lot of encouragement.
And he saw Pacquiao look to the crowd and shake his head a little bit, as if to say he's trying to butt me with his skull. There's a big right hand by Velasquez. Pacquiao tries to answer straight away with a hard left hand. And there's a good left from Pacquiao. Velasquez holds his hands out as if to say, that didn't hurt.
And actually, headbutts may be a big factor in this fight, the way it's going also.
They've flirted with headbutts 3 or 4 times in the first round already.
Serious headbutts, too.
And as we go to the... Got it.
Now, don't wait on these guys so much. Don't let him be first. You be first with your jab, okay? Yeah. Right? You said now we need more head movement, okay? You gotta move your head more. You're too stationary, okay?
Yeah.
You're a better friend. Feint him. Be lively. In exchanges, go forward. Throw your jab.
Southpaw against conventional fighter, always a danger of a headbutt.
Pacquiao was bothered in the first fight against Morales by a cut that he suffered in the 5th round of the fight. The cut could have been the product of a punch or of a headbutt. Look at the wild swinging that typifies the action to begin round 2.
Velasquez is nowhere near the accurate power puncher of Pacman, but he's still coming in very, very determined, and his style seems to be giving a little problem to Pacquiao.
Well, and his size as well, because he's been hit some nice solid punches and walked right through them.
Right. Pacquiao's biggest win was his devastating TKO of Marco Antonio Barrera in San Antonio in November of '03. Since that time, he's been fighting bigger guys. Marquez, Morales, now Velasquez, all of them bigger and stronger than Barrera, and it's been different.
It's been different. He's a very exciting, emotional type fighter, very explosive. But his biggest weakness, if you notice, is after he throws that powerful left hand sometime, temporarily he's out of position because he punches with so much power, and some of these guys come back with right hands and they catch it.
What about the fact that he's such a rampant offensive attacker that he has a still head and is not that difficult to hit?
That's true.
Morales certainly took advantage of that in outboxing him earlier this year. Used Pacquiao's head as a target for his jab over and over. Now Manny begins to assert himself a little bit more here in round 2.
He's trying to find that knockout power with that left hand, and he's getting closer and closer.
It's going to take an accumulation, it would appear, but the accumulation could well take place.
And see, once again, that's what I'm saying. After he throws that left hand punch, that's when he gets caught usually, right after that.
But he got Velasquez with a counter left hand in that last exchange. That stunned Velasquez. Velasquez now nailing Pacquiao with a right. Pacquiao backs Velasquez off with a left. Velasquez wobbled momentarily after 2 big Pacquiao left hands.
You know, with a guy like Velasquez, sometimes you have to watch very carefully. He's so uncoordinated, gangly, that you'll get excited thinking that he's hurt and maybe overextend yourself.
Pacquiao is starting to get more accurate with both his jab and the left hand. That lead left hand landed flush. Now the speed begins to show up.
Pacquiao is trying to take a break right now just to figure out what's going on.
He blocked one right hand with his glove, took the second right hand, and shook his head a bit. Pacquiao landing a left in there. Velasquez with a right and a left. Wild action extends beyond the bell at the end of round 2.
A fight.
Don't lower your hands. He's got quick hands, that's all. He doesn't even know how to fight. You know better. You're a better fighter than he is. This is your opportunity. Don't waste it. You understand me? You are superior to him in everything. Don't let him take the initiative. He can't even fight. You know how to fight. You've been in the gym for a long time. Throw the overhand right and hit him underneath. Come on, hit him hard, underneath.
CompuBox numbers through the first 2 rounds. Power punches only. Forget jabs. 6 power shots, landed 28. Straight right hand for Velasquez.
No, limpio. Break thing, come on.
Velasquez swinging away with the right hand after Pacquiao popped him inside with the left. And you heard Velasquez's corner, Emmanuel. They think he's overexcited and they want him to be more under control.
Yeah, he's a very, I guess you're such a strong pro-Mexican crowd, even though you have a good Filipino crowd here, but I think he's gotten wrapped up into the excitement of the crowd here.
That's right, he's momentarily wearing Eric Morales' cape because he's got the full support of Morales' crowd. So maybe he feels like he's Morales.
But also, you know, by the same token, even though he's not the most talented guy, he's doing something I think is very good with his limited talent, and that is punching that weird right hand that he throws after Pacquiao finishes punching, because Pacquiao is out of position usually after he finishes up his flurries.
Larry made the point about conventional fighter versus a southpaw, but in truth, Manny Pacquiao doesn't stay in a southpaw stance all that much.
That's right, and that's often why he's vulnerable to get hit a lot. He actually gets square sometimes after he throws punches, like right there.
He would just as soon square up because he wants to fight.
He's a very exciting, explosive fighter. I love him. He's one of my favorite fighters to watch.
Well, if you want to see guys who hit and get hit, Manny Pacquiao hits and gets hit. Hard left hand.
I have this sense that Pacquiao's speed is beginning to dominate, but that Velasquez is dangerous, and anywhere along the line he could land a big punch that could change the fight.
The speed is just such a big difference. Velasquez is just so much slower, and also it looks like Pacquiao seems to be in very good condition. Even though he's punching a lot, he seems to have recuperating powers very good and coming back right after each exchange.
Does appear to be in sensational shape. Pacquiao is known to be a gym rat, very proud of his training habits. Prior to the Morales fight, Filipino fans in Los Angeles were allowed to come to the Wild Card gym where Freddie Roach trains Pacquiao and watch him train on a daily basis. After that fight, Roach decided that was too much of a distraction, and this time around they shut them out. Whenever they set up and face each other again, it's usually Pacquiao who lands first because of his greater speed.
His favorite combination is to land up with a right jab and shoot a powerful.
Nice job, okay? Good job. Focus. Now, Manny, I want you to land. With the hook. With the uppercut and the hook together for me. With the uppercut and the hook together for me. Okay? Yeah. When somebody comes as hard as Pacquiao, he doesn't have to look good. And
Your glove, it'd be a good idea to hold the glove firm so that it doesn't go right into your face, as is what happened to Velasquez there. There's the speed and the big left hand by Pacquiao. Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 3 rounds?
Okay, Jim, 2 rounds to 1, 29-28, Manny Pacquiao. Jim, that's what Hector Velasquez did enough with that looping right hand to win round 1. But in rounds 2 and 3, Manny Pacquiao with that straight left hand and that move after he hits him has just been murdering Velasquez. I mean, Velasquez has to score when Manny Pacquiao's right in front of him, and that's all there is to it.
Power connects in round 3. Pacquiao was 18 out of 47. Velasquez 8 out of 38. So Velasquez got a benefit early on from swinging away and unleashing his offense. But more and more, Pacquiao has found the openings in that attack to allow him to land power punches.
Yes, it's a very tough fight for Pacquiao. I never expected it to be this difficult, but you know, I guess it's a tough guy mentally, I think, and physically. And also, you know, basically, Pacquiao still doing basically the same thing over and over, though. If he would relax and box him like they've been telling him, he can maybe be more effective with power punches, but everything that he does is a power punch. He drives his opponent into a defensive mode with merely the way he shoots his jab, usually.
He acts in thriller movies in the Philippines. He's been in 5 different movies, and each of the last 2, he's the star. His buddies are wrestlers and action fighters from other kinds of action fighting sports and combat sports. He wants every moment of his life to be a thriller.
Yeah, but it is, but you know, I don't know how many of these type fights he can keep having back to back. And when you're fighting the quality guys, you don't knock them out that easy.
Well, fighters like this, as you know, Emmanuel, they have a few hot years when they're filled with confidence, and it's the time you just gotta take the gun and shoot it.
Larry, you're right, but still, a fighter like him, he has to do what he's doing right now. He may make enough money in the next year or 2 where if he does run out of energy, so to say, he'll at least be a rich man.
Sluggers. He has in some ways the kind of life that Jack Dempsey had.
10 seconds.
He has in some ways the kind of life that Mike Tyson had at his peak in the ring. Manny Pacquiao has parallels to both those guys.
Which as fans, we benefit from.
Absolutely.
Everything is fine. You took all his punches. Come on, you got to be a little quicker, though. How you feeling? He hit you with everything and didn't do anything to you. You got to keep throwing that jab, but quick, very swift. Don't let him.
Okay. Hey, they're showing to land some real nice body shots out there. I want that body work a little more, okay?
Yeah, but the head.
Huh? Watch his head, okay? Manny, throw the left hand from outside behind the jab. Right down the middle. That was a beautiful body shot. Come back to the hook.
Ingat sa ulo niya.
One. He's also going to...
No. Stop. Ahora es otra vez, te quito un punto. And don't hit back after that. Let's go.
He's also going to sing with the Black Eyed Peas in a song called Champion. Licensed fists for a champion.
The Black Eyed Peas are red hot. Manny Pacquiao's red hot. Good match. Black Eyed Peas are a high contact group. Manny Pacquiao is a high contact fighter.
And Velasquez is just so relaxed. That's why it's so difficult to hurt him. It's just a total relaxed. His body, everything is easy going, and he absorbs and goes with every blow that he gets hit with.
You know, Freddie Roach asked Manny Pacquiao to throw a few more body punches. I sometimes get the impression he could go a whole month without throwing a body punch.
No, he just loves to fight. He's a very exciting guy. He explosive, then he rests, recuperates, then he explodes again, rests again, then explodes again.
Couldn't he make it easier if he would focus on the body just a little bit, Emmanuel?
Oh, yeah, and he could box a little bit, mix up his attack. Every punch don't have to be a knockout punch. He can relax his opponent, and then a hard punch would be more effective. But when you see him moving towards you, you can expect nothing but dynamite in every punch.
Here's a good body punch.
And there's a good solid left hand upstairs, set up by the body punch. Velasquez gets in a good little shot to the body. Pacquiao just keeps bombing him upstairs with rights and lefts.
No. Stop.
Pacquiao has landed more right hands tonight than we usually see him.
Yes. You know, when he gets tired after his explosion and wants to take a break, his opponent, Velasquez, follows him, but he follows him so slow that he can take his break and set up and start all over again without being in any danger. Another good right hand.
All right, now then Valoria fighting for a world championship in the light flyweight division. The Hawaiian punch in the white trunks. This is the end of round one, and Valoria landed that sensational right hand to the chin of Eric Ortiz. Ortiz struggled manfully to get up, but at the end of what had been a violent round one, Ortiz fell back to his knees, and Valoria, with a first-round knockout, became the third member of the 2000 Olympic team to win, and Jeff Lacey.
Lacey, who is here tonight.
And Emmanuel Stewart, Brian Valoria was sensational tonight.
Yes, he was. You know, he's the smallest guy of the team to win a title, but the most impressive not of all of them. In fact, he was considered the biggest puncher on the entire Olympic team in 2000, even though he was the smallest guy.
And en route to the ring to score that knockout, Valoria gave a hug to the fighter he fought in his last fight here in Staples Center, a Mexican fighter named Ruben Contreras. The story there was that after Valoria knocked out Contreras in the 6th round, Contreras suffered subdural bleeding and actually was taken to a hospital where he nearly died. Contreras has won the battle for his life. He's getting better, and Valoria dedicated his knockout tonight to his previous opponent.
That's very nice of him, too.
Also, Jim Valoria, it turns out, something we didn't fully know, is an Hawaiian American, of course, but he is a 100% Filipino background, so that he can take advantage of all the Filipino fans who have come out for Pacquiao, and maybe that'll be part of his fan base as well.
CompuBox numbers through round 5. Pacquiao's landed 109 power shots. Velasquez has landed 68. Shows you what a dynamic offensive force Pacquiao is. Shows you that he leaves himself open defensively.
Yes, it does. But this is the perfect opponent for him in preparation for the fight with Morales, because even though he may get tired and he's having a rough contest, the slowness of the opponent, Velasquez, will always permit him to be able to get away.
There's an abrasion alongside the left eye of Velasquez. Testimony to those right hands he's been catching just like that.
Sizzling right hand inside by Pacquiao, who has zeroed in the last couple of rounds and seems to be getting more and more accurate with his power shots.
But I'm very impressed with his stamina and his condition right there, because he's thrown a lot of punches, I mean power punches, and still is punching with full power at this stage of the fight.
There's a creeping doubt in my mind, Emmanuel, as to whether Manny Pacquiao is really a 130-pound fighter.
No, I don't think so. I think his best weight is 126 pounds. And when you're fighting guys who are like Morales, who are coming in from 140, that natural weight, it can be a big factor late in the fight.
Perfect right hand by Pacquiao.
Right hook.
Stuns Velasquez. Pacquiao trying to finish it. Got 40 seconds to get it done. One of the most vicious finishers in the sport. Velasquez in big trouble now, trying to hold on.
Velasquez is doing something that's very smart. Clinch, even if you have to fall down with the opponent.
Pacquiao just missed a counter left hand that would have ended the fight. Good job of holding on by Velasquez. He's still staggering.
Velasquez is not only hurt, I think fatigue is a big factor now. There's no way I can see him going into the fight.
The increasing accuracy of Pacquiao's shots making a difference, and Velasquez goes to his knee as the round comes to a close. They're saying he did so before the bell, so it is a knockdown. And that's a stoppage.
Good call by the referee.
Something nobody else has done among the name opponents that he has fought in recent years. He is the Pacman, Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao does his part, and in typical Manny Pacquiao fashion, accuracy of his power shots and started landing them all right on the button.
And especially the right hook. You know, everyone was right hook, and that's what started most of the problems.
All right, let's take a look here. This is the first moment at which Velasquez was hurt. Look at the perfect right hook. As Velasquez was stepping in, Pacquiao picking his spot and nailing him with that right hook.
The punch that you don't see is the punch that always hurts you.
And then a barrage of straight left hands following that. And referee Lou Filippo watching closely to be certain that Velasquez was still throwing, still defending himself. When Velasquez went down, Filippo gave him the count and realized that the Mexican fighter had had enough of Pacquiao's constant storm of power punches.
I'm looking very much forward to his fight with Morales.
You are. So Manny Pacquiao's luster grows again. And referee, I keep saying Lou Filippo, that's Lou Moret. Let me correct that. We got two Lou's here in California, and that's Lou Moret, who made the good stoppage. And now let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official particulars on the Pacquiao knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Staples Center, Los Angeles, California, Dr. Lou Moret, your referee, calls a halt to the contest following the knockdown. The official time, 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 6. The winner by knockout victory. He is the new WBC Super Featherweight International Champion, Manny Pacman. Pacquiao.
Manager Shelley Finkel hugging the fighter. Here are the CompuBox numbers sizing up the Pacquiao knockout of Hector Velasquez. And Velasquez was the perfect opponent for this kind of show. Willing, aggressive. Thought for a second he had a chance in the fight. Pacquiao practically doubling Velasquez in the number of punches landed. Never stopped throwing, as is his wont in virtually every one of his assignments. Power shots, that's what the fight was all about. Straight left hand, right hook for Pacquiao landing 146 times. Velasquez mostly looping right hands, the occasional body shot en route to his own power punch numbers. Larry Merchant stands by in the ring with the winner, Manny Pacquiao.